Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm your host, Rich, and I am joined by none other than Ravage. What did we just see?
We saw a T-Small Candyman sandwich at one point. After that, I'm not too sure.
It was all
a
blur.
Rough game.
It was all blur.
For Onslaught.
We're jumping right back into picks and pans right now. We're going to see that standard Hellband come out. We really saw Onslaught get kind of cut down the size there by Aware Gaming in game number 1. In game number 2, we're definitely going to need to see a better comp out of Onslaught. They can't rely on getting to the late game. Aware really kind of showed them that. They showed them that if they're going to work on a comp that is relying on that, they are going to come out strong, and they are going to make sure that it never gets past the mid game.
Here's a mistake teams make all the time when they play Cruxy. They try to ban him out on gods. They think he's limited in his god pool, and it's just not the case. They're going to ban on X-Ball here, and obviously that was a targeted pick last game to keep it from Cruxy. But Cruxy has a god. You just can't ban out a carry. It's not going to happen. They're not standard bans in this meta. You can't go and target the carry because you're limiting yourself. You're surrendering OP picks. You're surrendering stuff like Thor and like the Guan Yu, which was a real problem for them last game.
Yeah, and it puts so much more pressure on the next ban, and like we're just going to see the Sun Wukong. So this really gives Aware Gaming a lot of leeway. Yeah, we're going to see that Guan Yu picked up right off the get-go.
Guan Yu's so valuable right now in this meta. We're talking about the Warrior and Healing meta meshing, and Guan Yu fits perfectly into that as well as Hercules. But Guan Yu, the thing he has on Hercules, he has team heal ability, as well as ability to heal the wave. He is such a strong pick, as well as the ability to shred armor. So he's the real anti-tank as well. So fits really well into this meta, and is just able to battle for camps nice and early. So look for that to be a real strong pick here, and good job by Aware to pick that up nice and early.
Yeah, definitely the right move, and now we're going to kind of see Onslaught already in picks and bans kind of on their back foot here. Like you said, they spent a ban on Shibalanka, and then they let a Guan Yu through. So right now they are going to pick up the Athena and the Hades. Pretty
Those are
strong
good picks, unless that's a Hades for the soul lane. If that's a Hades mid lane, that's a good pickup. But if they expect to put that to against Guan Yu in the solo, or if that was targeted as a counter to Guan Yu, they don't know where that Guan Yu could go. Guan Yu is a flex pick.
Yeah, I guess maybe the Hades is an attempt at a flex pick, but not really so much of a flex pick when you already have the Guan Yu out. We are going to see Aware lock in a Thor and a Medusa. Cruxy now going to have that early game ADC, and also you really don't want to give Medusa to Athena. That's such a strong lane.
No, that you don't. You don't want to give Medusa Athena. You don't want to see that combo coming out. So good job by Cruxy. Cruxy also playing Medusa very well last game, hitting a lot of his petrifies for sure during the entirety of that match. A couple really nice plays, especially 3v1 in a couple occasions. Poseidon going to come out. A lot of circle ults there. We're going to see the Pillar of Agony. You link that up with the Athena taunt, and you can C-chain them into the Pillar of Agony. So very good pickup there by Onslaught. I'm liking their picked bans a lot better than they did last game.
Yeah, already a pretty decent amount of setup just from Athena alone. And like you said, you have a circle ult comp that's going to be able to get a lot of damage off. But once again, that is really focused on the team fights. The laning phase still kind of favoring Aware. Kind of curious to see what the later picks are going to be for Onslaught. Who do you think would provide them with more setup? Do you think maybe we might see like something like a Ymir, or do you think we're going to see maybe some more gods that perform really well in lane?
I think we may see some more lane gods here. Yeah, you're going to see the Apollo for the boxing. They want to be able to box Cruxy. That's what Baz wants to happen here. He thinks he can outbox Cruxy. I've talked to both these guys, and I can tell you that they're not so far off in skill, but Cruxy's just a very good team player. He fights very well in team fights, and that's really his strength. And you give him a god that really has a lot of lockdown with like a Medusa ultimate or X-Ball ultimate or something like that. He plays it very well. So that's going to be Cruxy's strength. So that's bad as a goal is to outbox Cruxy, but Cruxy's going to make sure he rotates those team fights nice and early.
Chang'e Khepri.
Chang'e is a really interesting pick, but we've seen Yubs really execute this flawlessly before. I don't know if you remember, he played against Elevate and it was extremely strong. That's how he took game one.
I like Chang'e. It's interesting. It just did not see it coming there.
And you know what the interesting thing about it is? He used Chang'e versus Poseidon against Agra.
Oh, really? So maybe that's just something they think counters that pick.
This is a similar team comp to what they played against Elevate, right down to the Khepri. I'm pretty sure it's identical. Maybe it was an
Okay.
X-Ball instead of a Medusa, but this is very close to the comp they played against Elevate and won with convincingly.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe this is a comp they practiced with. The first, maybe I was thinking they were trying to just kind of counter some of the picks that they did see come in. We're going to see the last pick come in for Onslaught, and it's going to be a Bastet. But yeah, if Aware is comfortable with this comp, if this is a comp they've practiced, could be pretty deadly, especially kind of Onslaught potentially being on tilt right now. Surrender voted twice in the last game. Probably not feeling too hot.
Probably not. They do have a couple roster changes here, so that's a possibility when you bring new people into the locker room. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's
right?
always kind of
it's
kind of a bad sign usually when you see a surrender vote go up and not actually pass. You know someone's yelling at someone in comms.
Yeah, and that's the issue. It's either someone trolling, which sets the room into a tizzy, or it's someone that's actually going on tilt. Just surrender this, that type of attitude. That's not the type of attitude you want to have on a team at this level of play. But someone took the reins in that game and said, no, we're not surrendering. We're playing this out.
Yep.
We're not going to surrender on a stream, on the MLG Pro stream right now. We're going to play this out, and we're going to learn from this.
Especially with that first surrender vote, they were still in a position where Onslaught could have turned the game around. Like we said, they had a very strong late game comp. They potentially, if they managed to get an effective farm on, if they managed to turtle right and kind of just not make mistakes, farm the game up, they could have turned it around. They still had a chance at that first surrender vote. By the second surrender vote, they definitely didn't have a chance. Completely understood that one.
Yeah, it's really... The second surrender vote, I can understand. I can understand that one just for the fact they were pushed right into their Titan. It was going to die anyway. Yeah. There was no chance of defending that. The first surrender vote was a bit of a, that was a frustration surrender.
Yeah.
And you never want to have those. You're not at this level of play. You're playing in the MLG Pro League. You're not going to want to get into to surrender these types of matches. You don't want to surrender on stream in front of 200 people, 300 people. Not by any means.
Doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, and the stakes are so high. You may as well try it out. Your time's not that valuable. It's not like you're grinding up a ladder or anything. You're in a league right now with a $50,000 prize pool. You're in a league that could potentially secure you a spot in SWC. And SWC, God, what is that prize pool? It's absolutely
150K.
150K. Massive prize pool. You definitely want that slot.
And that's on top of the $2 million plus that are being put up for the actual PC SPL in total. $1 million prize pool for the championship team for SWC. You just have to look at the potential here that's here on Xbox. You just look at how well the PC scene has grown and what the prize pooling is, and then you look at Xbox, the potential that this has for a game that just came out of beta in July and August, and the player base that it has on Xbox, you have to think that it's only going to grow from here.
Yeah, and it has such good support from Hi-Rez. They've really done an absolutely phenomenal job of really nurturing the communities that are sprouting up right now, and it's only going to get bigger.
It is. It's growing astronomically, and I think NOLA was a good sign of how committed the players are. Just a lot of teams actually flying themselves out to this LAN, and you're not into like an established console game like you're looking at on like Call of Duty or Halo, where that type of culture is ingrained into the whole competitive scene, where players pay for their own way.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal. I think getting 16 teams out to a LAN like that successfully, I think shows how strong the scene is.
Yeah, it really does, and it went so well. We had an absolutely great time there, and it's such a good community. I had a great time really getting to meet everyone there, and was so excited to kind of come back here and just get this Pro League started. And we've already had a great run. It's been a good time. The thing I am curious to see is, can Xbox keep this momentum going and maybe kind of take over the scene and maybe see a little bit like maybe becoming equal with PC, or maybe even one day taking PC on.
I hear the numbers are very good on Xbox. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, there is quite a large talent pool on PC still, because that's where all the players started. So most of the players who have been playing for a very long time are still on PC, but they're slowly moving over. I mean, we already have Mace to the Face and that Denial squad in our league, and they're looking good.
You want to know how close the PC scene and Xbox scene are right now? Denial came over, and they aren't rolling over the scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so that should be an indicator right there. Yeah. I think that's a big deal. I think that's a huge indicator.
Because Denial, not very strong team. They're not a joke team at all. It's not like it's some team that just like kind of rolled over because they couldn't be competitive on PC. They were very competitive on PC. Yeah, they did kind of lose their SWC slot. I think that was one of the main reasons they decided to come over, but I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up staying on Xbox.
I mean, it's a consideration. I think it really has to do with what the prize poolings come out to be for Xbox.
Yeah. I mean, if the prize pooling is always going to be larger on PC, like if that is a trend that Hi-Rez keeps going, I mean, you would have to be insane not to go for the PC prize pool, you know?
Yeah, but if you see like $500,000 or $400,000, something like that coming out for Xbox for next season, I think that would strengthen the scene so much.
I want to see an even one right off the bat. I want it, and I want it now. I want them to announce tomorrow that they're just going to pour in a bunch more money into that prize pool, but I would definitely be happy if we did see Season 2 be something like $500,000. That would be absolutely great.
I definitely think Xbox has been a bigger hit for Hi-Rez than they thought it was going to be. I think this is one of these things they didn't expect to take off as much as it did. And, you know, you can't help but think that they're overjoyed because, I mean, they have a new game like Paladins coming out as well as, you know, PC Smite growing in numbers as well. And now they have Xbox just taking off. So I think we could see a sustained competitive scene come out of this game.
I mean, this game is so great on Xbox. I mean, it's definitely not easy, though, to pull off a game like this on Xbox. And we definitely saw that early on, you know, trying to figure out how the servers are going to work, how competitive is actually going to work, how are we going to get LAN set up. But there is something so great about picking up an Xbox controller and playing Smite. There's just something so good about it.
Yeah, it feels right. It definitely feels right. Looking at the starts here, though, Rich, we're going to see 2 Power Pod starts coming out from the Bastet and Thor. We saw this before. This looks like a mirror image of Game 2 between Aware and... sorry, not Aware. Release. Oh my god, Blackside taking a ton of poke here. He is in a lot of trouble. Baz just popping him. He's taking a lot of damage from Archer still as well. He is down to less than a bar. Why is he standing there in front of those Archers?
Yeah, you got to go back, Blackside. That was a little bit insane of him to kind of keep taking the hit, and he can't really back right now. It's a little too early. In the mid lane, we actually did see a little bit of an XP loss from Poseidon and Bastet. They didn't get there quite in time. We did see some minions go down, but Thor and Chang'e did pull it off perfectly. They got pretty much all the XP there. Solo lane, like you said, probably going to be... Do you favor Guan Yu? I think I favor Guan Yu.
I favor Guan Yu after a certain point. Hades just has excellent wave clear until about level 4, level 5, until Guan Yu is going to be able to at least match him a little bit and get up in top of that wave. And Hades is going to be afraid to actually death from below into that wave anymore.
I'm not really impressed by the amount of healing that Blackside is able to get off here, showing off how good Kefri really can be.
Yeah, Blackside doing a good job there. He popped a lot of health pots for sure. There's going to be the snare on top of Baz. Look for the grab. Nope. He's going to pop the mez in anticipation, I should say, of that. As Cruxy moves up, puts a few auto attacks on top of them. Look for T-Small and Yubs to get aggressive here. They did last time they ran this Thor Chang'e combo. They're just able to clear the wave so well with the Chang'e sustain as well to keep them just moving.
Here's a little bit of damage coming out. Yeah, this duo lane is just, they're going to slap each other back and forth too. I'm really curious to see what Poseidon and Bastet actually are up to. I think they were just kind of clearing the jungle together. They might even, are they trying to counter jungle? I'm not really quite sure. I guess they're going to move back to lane right now and kind of start actually farming up that minion XP, but they're doing really well. The Bastet and Poseidon managed to actually pull ahead in XP per minute.
Yeah,
okay, we're going to see an initiation into duo lane here. Apollo manages to jump out right away in the nick of time. He gets that B off, runs away. He may be beautiful, but he is not crazy.
No, not crazy. Just gonna sing a song and get on out of there. Yelbs and T-Small going to catch up with Gong to failure by design. They just hadn't cleared that wave there yet. You're going to see them continue to catch up here. Their wave clear not quite as strong as that Bastet with Power Pot and the Poseidon here early. Look for the Poseidon rotation as he does have Kraken. He is just biding his time, seeing if the enemy team moves off, but it was called by Yubs and T-Small that Poseidon was lurking over in the dual lane.
Yeah, and he's gonna stop that lurk right now, move his way back into the mid camp. Right now we're seeing pretty much a standoff in the duo lane. And
watch for that Thor ultimate.
Yeah, right now I am looking at T-Small, trying to figure out what his plan is right here. I think he is too. I think he's looking to potentially initiate on Athena and Apollo. Definitely
biding his time here, but they have an idea something's going to happen. Instead, he's just going to go for the counter jungle. And no one's actually going to go and try and challenge that as they're still waiting for the ultimate to come out here.
Poseidon is getting a little bit close here.
Oh, Khepri trying to zone out Poseidon. He could get sandwiched in between if he's not careful as Chang'e makes the rotation. Look for the Chang'e ult to really make a difference in this team fight. T-Small just barely getting out of there with his life.
Thor going up there, definitely the right move. Way to use that ultimate defensively. It's a very strong defensive ult. People forget just how good Dunk is to get away. I'm glad he ran there. Sometimes you see those Thors, man, they like go up and you think they're gonna run away and they just end up going back in, getting a little too cocky. Definitely the right move backing there.
Yeah, definitely the good move there with Thor. Thor had to get out of there, no doubt about it. A little bit of a miscommunication there from Blackside and T-Small. We're gonna see Yubs getting rotated on here. Kraken gonna go down, but he is gonna dance on out of that one. And there's the cats as well. Yub's in a lot of trouble here. Thor gonna ult into this one. Gonna try and use the wall to get the cats off here. No, just Berserker's Barrage. Yub's gonna survive 3 ultimates on the side of Onslaught.
Yeah, we really kind of saw Yubs get a little lucky there because that 3-man rotation was really strong, but a little bit of a whiff on the Kraken. The Kraken didn't do as much damage as it really could have done. And Chang'e looking really strong, already level 7, not the easiest person on the map, even as a mage, to bring down. And we're actually going to see a little bit of rotation for Ware Gaming of their own right now. They're going to open up on Yubs again. Thor with a decent stun, but we're seeing so much damage come in on Yubs. He's going to get pushed by Poseidon, but it might not be enough. We do see the heal come in from Guan Yu. Yubs still running away. Yubs is going to run away with the tail in between her legs, and she's going to live.
The nice thing about Chang'e, and you're going to see the reason why the Kraken didn't do a whole lot of damage is they didn't manage to get the cripple on Yubs as he had danced over it. So he's on the outside of that Kraken, didn't take the full damage or the knock-up after that, and was able just to sustain himself through the cats and just keep them off him. Then with Thor coming in, just able to end the chase.
Yeah, definitely a good move by Thor to get in there and kind of just take down the cats. But right now, we're seeing Ware looks strong.
Yeah, Ware is looking strong here. They're making a lot of good rotations here. Yubs found himself out of a couple of sticky situations, but he's using Chang'e effectively. Chang'e's very good at getting out of baiting CC and just kind of dancing over it if timed right, and Yubs does a very good job of doing that consistently.
Yeah, right now, First Blood has still not happened, and I am curious to see who's going to manage to pull it off. We are seeing both teams pretty even right now, but just a very good performance from Ware, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they did manage to pull off the First Blood just with these rotations they're managing to pull off as a team.
Yeah, they may manage to get the First Blood here. They are doing well. You're going to look at Candyman. Candyman's reached level 9 before Freakster Dave. We were talking a little bit earlier about how I said Guan Yu eventually wins this matchup. And he does now. Early Hades just going to have the wave clear on anyone. It's just the way that matchup works. But Freakster Dave's not going to be able to death from below and get those easy wave clear anymore. Guan Yu, however, will get every bit of those creeps with the Talus ult.
Blackside tried to dive that tower there and get a little bit of damage in, but he really can't. We are seeing T-Small just follow this Athena. Damage isn't going to be enough. We are going to see a rotation from the rest of the Onslaught team. T-Small may have to disengage here. He's going to have to use the dunk again. Definitely the right move, though. Once again, they have been used defensively non-stop in this game.
Yeah, T-Small has been using those for the escape a lot, but he's been putting a lot of damage when he goes in. Here is the blink taunt on Blackside. Blackside gonna get tagged. Oh my god, the ultimate on Khepri. The cats are gonna go on Yubs. Blackside may get out.
Blackside with a beautiful play here. He's gonna manage to get back to the safety of his tower. Yubs is pushing through.
Oh my god, Rich, what did we just witness? Yubs is gonna get the kill on Movado Paulo. Look at that, that is huge! Right there,
that was absolutely excellent play there. Cannot believe that Khepri, that ult was absolutely beautiful, and it gave Yubs enough time. They were just confused. Yubs marched right on through and got First Blood off of an absolutely beautiful play in the mid lane.
Oh my god, Yubs is playing that so well there. The Khepri ult, though, and then the cats, because the Khepri ult had him immune. The cats went and targeted Yubs. He was able to dance around him, kill the cats, bring him in the tower, and Khepri got away free.
Yeah, and Yubs was so healthy at that point, too. And now Yubs is going to pick up this XP camp for free, waiting for his buddy Guan Yu to get there. And there it is. Looking at the graphs right now, starting to show a little bit. Nothing too crazy yet, but we are going to see an 800 XP difference and a gold difference of about 700. A late First Blood. We are already 8 minutes and 42 seconds into this game.
Yeah, we need to make a highlight reel of Yubbs' plays and send it to his mom and tell him that he needs to go to LAN.
Oh yeah, we need to print them out too. Definitely need to hang them up on the fridge because Yubbs is the player to watch right now, and if he's not going, we're not going to see them fare too
Look
well.
at that dash out of the Kraken. Here's Gunked. He's on the chase with the auto attacks. Kepri going to ult himself just to get out of there. He is going to be home free. Croxy on the chase right now. Athena dashing in, but the Petrify going to get failure by design. Croxy trying to box, but not able to as the Whirlpool hits him, and Cripple's not able to dash on out of that situation.
Yeah, Cruxy really did perform well there, but there wasn't really so much he could do in that situation. They were going to get that kill.
They're going to look for Gunked here now. Look for the wall to go down. They're going to trap him in the pit. Look for the Berserker's Barrage in the body block. He's taking a lot of damage. Bastet trying to get the damage on there. Yubbs almost with the triple kill. Is he at least going to get one? No, he's not.
That is really unfortunate for Aware. I thought they might be able to get the triple, but they don't get a single kill.
Yubbs just didn't have the follow-up there. T-Small didn't have his Majoners up to close the gap and get in there. It was the right call if that was up, though, as they would have definitely picked up the double, but he could have definitely sniped that Bastet, or Poseidon.
Yeah, but they did put quite a bit of pressure on. They might be able to take this Gold Fury without any contest here, and we're seeing the Gold Fury get lower and lower. Blackside just so unhealthy here. Yeah, all right, we're going to see Blackside go back as soon as the Gold Fury does fall.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you watch this rebroadcast, get your mom to phone me and I will tell her all about gaming scholarships, man. You need to go to LAN, my friend.
Hey, man, it's happening. Gaming scholarships are a thing. It's starting to happen.
Yeah, it's a thing. They're always looking. I heard Smite was put on the rotation, too, this year.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting to see some real coverage for things like that, too. That whole Heroes of the Dorm thing was big. If Smite's starting to get in on that, too, that's excellent. We have a lot of, I mean, gaming always does. It has a lot of college students. It's always been a big demographic. So getting those kids scholarships for being absolutely phenomenal at a game is definitely a plus.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Seeing these varsity gaming teams propping up all over the nation over the last year, even more propping up this fall, is going to be huge, especially for younger players looking to continue their dream of playing video games.
Yeah, I met my boss through the StarCraft team at my college.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we go. We're going to see the grab from Blackside. Yubbs coming in there. Going to hit the one on Mulatto Apollo and Gunk, but the Kraken going to hit Croxy. Croxy going to be melted down here as Cat's going to go on top of him. Cat's going to chase down Yubbs now as well as he's getting pinned in. 3 members of Aware. They are being chased down.
Wow, that was an absolutely beautiful rotation, and it is not done yet. I'm really surprised that there we go. There we go. I'm really surprised that Apollo managed to get out there.
Down Gunk still. Gunk has no mana left. And look for the wall. The wall's going to catch him. He's on the wrong side of it, though. Majolner's going to come in there, but the wave going to bounce him back.
Yeah, really good play here. We are seeing an absolutely even board at this point in the game.
Yeah, it's not going to be even for long as Hades looks to be taking this tier 1 tower in the soul lane, which will pop the scales, finally maybe making them even and cold for Onslaught.
Yeah, looking right now, we are actually seeing a little bit of a grouping around Kepri right now, seeing a little bit of a counter jungle action go on, which could be big for them, kind of gain some experience here, but we are going to see Athena move right on in, try to contest that with the help of Bastet.
Yeah, we're going to get those nice and easy, that 4-man rotation on mid camps. That's just to secure objective timers and deny XP to the enemy team.
Yeah, right now though, we are definitely seeing both these teams perform very well, and it's really any man's game. At this point, we have a 2,000 XP difference and a 1,500 gold difference, both in favor of Aware Gaming, who did come out victorious in the last match, so they're definitely feeling pretty okay right now.
Yeah, Weir has to be feeling confident. They do have that gold lead, they have the experience lead, and Yubbs just playing on top of his head here. They have to be confident in his ability just to control the team fight with that ultimate and his abilities to sustain.
Yeah, wow, just looking so good. Yeah, and Yubbs is going to pick up that red buff right now and get back to lane, just making Chang'e look so scary. So scary.
Yeah, he's going to just move on back here. Look at the positioning of Poseidon here. He's sitting in the blind spot, looking for a blind Kraken. As Athena comes in with the taunt, here we go. Kraken's going to come up, but Yubbs going to dance on over that cripple, not going to affect him. And going to be on the outside.
Those
the cats
are
pick him up here.
Those cats they're crazy. the amount of damage those cats can put through is just nuts.
Yeah, those cats do a lot of damage, and they can just melt squishies as well as tanks early game. They're very effective against tanks, especially comboed with the bleed.
Yeah, right now we are we might see another team fight here. We are actually gonna look at Khepri trying to pull them out from under the tower, but doesn't really get a good opening. Does start to push a little bit of damage on him. Oh, he's gonna grab Apollo. He can't get him out though. He's actually gonna get hit here. Not quite enough damage to deter him though. They're still staying aggressive. Aware Gaming knocking on the door of this tower.
And here we go. We're going to see the effectiveness of the healers come out. Guan Yu with the conviction, as well as the heal coming out from Yubs to sustain them. You've seen them. They were all fairly low, but they are going to be back to full health, and they're going to just be able to continue to poke down the enemy team until they can take this tower. Here comes Pillar of Agony. There's Petrify, though. Freakster Dave going to be melted as T-Small finally comes back down as he ulted to get on out of that Pillar of Agony. Candyman going in deep here on Movado Apollo. Wall going to be dropped as well. Bajolder's going to hit him. Double tap. Yub's going to hit him with the 1 and a 3. And T-Small going to pick up the Circus Barrage. Kraken.
Yeah, Yubs does go down here. Definitely a person you want to get down, and the team fight's not over yet, but it was favored for Aware, but if they get Candyman down here, it is going to be an even trade, but Cruxy pushing in damage. He does get stunned by the song. Oh, Candyman goes down, but Cruxy returns that by taking down Apollo. Wow, this is an absolute bloodbath. This is an absolute bloodbath. We're up to 6, no 7. That was a triple kill.
Battle Royale. Failure by Design comes out on top. Much better than what we've seen from his Bakasor last game. Just able to get in there, cleaned up. Good read by him to stay in there. Almost didn't go in his favor. But he's finally going to get a mid-camps timer, which they haven't been able to do for the last 10 minutes of this game.
Not really healthy enough to do it, though. He's definitely trying, but kind of needs to play around with it a little bit until Athena does come to help. Okay, he is going to get it down.
I pray to Bumba's mask.
Yeah, right. I would have. That would have been great if he got taken down by the camp. Just no one on the map dies to mid-Harpy camp. Yeah, so that was a bloodbath. That was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Good team fight by both teams, though. We are going to see the ward go down on the Gold Fury.
Look at that mid tower. That's ready to fall down here, and that's going to be a bit of a relief here for Weir. They haven't taken any global objectives beside the Gold Fury just yet, and that has to be getting in their head a little bit. They haven't had enough tower pressure, and that's not something they want to have going into the 20-minute mark of this game, as Baz is going to be able to just effectively split push.
Yeah, but Aware definitely not being too far ahead right now. When you actually look at the graphs, it's minimal. It's a minimal lead at this point. They definitely are looking right now to make a move and try to like re-secure what they had, because they were looking very strong. That last team fight was a little bit crazy. That was absolute chaos, to be honest. All right, they're going to move into the Gold Fury right now. Khepri already there, and he is supported by quite a few members from his team, and we are going to see Onslaught kind of back off.
Blackslide needs to be careful of his grabs. He's gotten caught into a couple precarious situations now where he's grabbed while Athena's had her taunt up, and it's just taunted him right out of the grab, and is basically nullified and just taken a lot of damage himself. It's been counterproductive, and he needs to be careful of that.
Yeah, right now, we're going to see all the team dance around this Gold Fury. They're going to take out Vision here. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to bait out a little bit of a team fight. We are seeing T-Small right now kind of mess around with Bastet. They're boxing each other a little bit, but ultimately disengaging, trying to get in a better position to actually be in a team fight here. Guan Yu and Khepri taking the front of the charge while the rest of their team does kind of wail on this Gold Fury, and the Gold Fury is already below 75%.
Yeah, Gold Fury is definitely going to be taken here, unless Baz decides to ult off here and try and steal this, which is definitely a possibility. He's going to move on in here, but he could get rotated on if he's not careful. They're going to release that. Look at Blackside to grab him of Apollo. Blackside going to get T-Small going to get the wall and the 2 as Guan Yu comes in for the stun. Baz is going to get focused out here now. He's going to have to try an ultimate out. Here's the Athena ultimate. Apollo going to be melted here. Talu assaulted. He's going to get Baz as well.
Oh,
that is 2 being killed right there as the Pillar of Agony goes down.
Oh, we're going to see a big crack in here. It does get quite a bit of damage in, but Guan Yu just shows off his heal one more time.
And here we go. Acid Spray going to knock down Gunk. Gunk very low here. Look for the grab from Blackside. Should be up. He's just waiting for the opportunity here. He's going to pick up that kill as the dot ticks on. Look at Cruxy chasing down the big bad Hades in the jungle. And he's not going to catch him.
Aware manages to swing the kills in their favor. It is 18 minutes and 39 seconds into this game. Aware with 9 kills and Onslaught with 7, and they're moving to the Gold Fury now. If they get this, this will be their second one of the game, but Hades does not want to let that happen, but he's going to have to disengage because Kefri is just too scary, and there it is. The Gold Fury has gone down. Looking at the graphs right now, XP difference of about 4,000 in favor of Team Aware, and a gold difference of about 3,300.
Freakster Dave had no ability to effectively steal that Gold Fury, had no Pillar of Agony up, and that's the only way Hades can be a real threat on an objective like that. So he had to back it on out of there. They knew it was down. They have those timers. We're going to see Talu Assault go down Failure Design. Now Cat's going to drop down on Yubbs, and he is going to be melted as the bottom hollow makes the dash.
What a good rotation coming in from Onslaught there. Their tower just went down. They need to kind of come up with big plays like that and shut down this momentum that Aware Gaming is starting to accumulate. That tower was definitely big too. That did push them up in the lead. It was probably worth more than that kill.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing for Onslaught right now, unless they are able to get some pressure on this mid tower, they will fall behind here very shortly, as their tier 1 tower in the solo lane is very close to death. Here is the Kraken going down on Croxy. There is the Kefri ult. Croxy is going to sustain through this. Look for Freakster Dave to possibly fall. Here is T-Small's gun up in the air. He's going to dive right in the back line. There is Malvado Paulo going to fall right now.
Wow,
but the
what a nice disengage. Okay, Gunked goes down. Baz is going to go down here too. Wow, a nice stun by Baz. Is Kefri going to be able to follow it up? Wow, Cruxy actually goes down, and we do find the kill on Baz. What a weird movement by these two teams. Definitely some good eyes, but a few players escaped that should not have escaped.
Interesting. Chase on the Malvado Paulo there by Thor. I don't know what he was thinking. There's just so much ability for Athena just to continue to spam that dash on out with her taunt and her CC. It's a hard chase to make.
Yeah, but we are going to see Aware maintain their lead in kills, and they're just going to keep moving through the jungle. Bastet trying to see what's going on with the blue buff, maybe try to steal it. Going to get shredded a little bit by Guan Yu, but jump out with absolutely no problem and get back to lane.
And here we go. We're going to see them sneeze on this tower now. That's going to be the tier 1 going down slowly, and that's going to be even more gold and XP in the favor of Aware.
Yep, they are starting to knock down all these towers. Only one tier 1 tower remaining for them to take down. Definitely looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, we're looking strong. 5,300 XP, 4,000 gold. Nothing to complain about really at this point. They just need to be more careful in these team fights. And instead of trying to zone these big tanky characters, they need to try to take the squishies down, get Bastet melted down early in the team fight so she's not able to get in on people like Yubbs and Cruxy.
I'm really impressed by Aware tonight. I was really impressed by them last week. Coming into this, I actually ranked them very high because I was primarily going off of game battles. That was really my main entry into the Xbox Smite community. And like you said, maybe a little bit of a skewed... Oh, Cruxy getting up and opened up on here, but looks like may have to be here. Does petrify and try to return that pressure. Candyman coming in, and we're actually going to see that chariot never get off the ground.
Baz actually killed himself there by using the chariot. If he had dashed out of there, he might have been okay with failure and Malvado at least body blocking for him. But he was just able to take a barrage auto attack without being able to move against Medusa.
Yeah, we are going to see Yubbs move in here too and try to keep this pressure going in this duo lane. And this is the tower to look at right now. So important. If they can keep pushing here, this is the place they want to apply that pressure. But it is a 3v4 situation, and the Kraken is coming down, and that is going to make quick work of Cruxy. And it is not done yet. We are going to see Hades pop his ult too, but doesn't get quite enough damage out. And they have the defense of the tower, so Onslaught gonna try to keep moving here, but definitely feeling the pressure from Aware. Definitely.
This is the strength of Guan Yu. You're just seeing it. He's just 4v1ing on your tower.
Insane sustain. Oh, and that is a nice stun. Failure's got to get out of here. Bastet, though, with a nice jump, does manage to get away, but they are not going to be able to save this tower. That is going to go down, and they want that more than any kill on the map. Now the team is moving to their second tower, trying to defend this tier 2, and the pressure is still coming in from Aware. Look at that heal.
And here we go. The sustain between Guan Yu and Chang'e is real here. As the teleport is used on that tier 2 tower, that's a good sign
and
for
Kefri's
Aware.
ult.
They're going to beat that out.
Kefri's ult is still up too. So team fight definitely not looking like a bad thing for Aware to get into right now, and they are kind of showing it, being a little bit bossy here. Oh, here we go. We're actually going to see Thor try to engage right now. We do see a nice wall come in on Baz, and the damage is flowing through, but there we go. There's that B. He uses it this time. Not going to make the same mistake twice. Thor going up for the dunk, and he finds him. It connects. He's going down. Goodbye, Baz. Two kills on him in, what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, Baz has just, you want to know something? Medusa, Cruxy and Baz have been playing the role of worm on a hook here. They've been bait the entire game for their teams.
Goodbye, Athena. The Aware is just getting more and more kills. It is 15-10. This game was very close, and it's starting to slip away from Onslaught. Here we go, T-Small finishing up. That's pretty much the whole team. Failure, what are you going to do right now? I guess try to, I don't know, counter jungle, push something? I don't know, but the Phoenix is going down.
Bastet split push is huge. You just drop the cats on the Phoenix and you move in with the, if you have some pen at least, he has the Jotuns and the Titans main, so he definitely could have went in and melted that Phoenix, and that probably would have been the thing to do there.
Yeah, I would have gone for the split push there, but I think Bastet thought maybe
they could defend.
Yeah, maybe, but you saw, went back, wasn't able to get there quick enough, and the Phoenix is already gone. We're going to see Fire Minions coming down in probably the most important lane for Fire Minions to come down.
They're likely there's a call there for Bastet to move it on back. Bastet following the shot call. And imagine that's what happened there.
I really think trading Phoenixes there would have been a much better move. You know, apply pressure to a separate lane. And now we're going to see the Gold Fury get taken. Looking at the graphs right now, this is the biggest lead that we have seen in this game so far. An XP difference of almost 10,000 and a gold difference of 8. We're seeing the blue team look really strong, and they have a huge amount of gold in hand. They're all backing right now. What items are they putting online right now, Ravage?
Well, like Guan Yu right now, he has a Mystical Mail with a Blue Stone of Gaia for the HP 5, getting the damage off with the Mystical Mail, as well as the Talu Assault coming out in the Guan Yu. That's a huge amount of damage. Also, Mail of Renewal about to be stacked with him as well, so not only does he have the heal to sustain himself in the team fights, but he's going to get the Mail of Renewal procs, healing him up with health and mana every time he gets an assist or a death, and he'll get tons of those. As you see, he's 3-1 on 11 right now, so he'll continue to be able to just put an assault on the enemy team on the back line and under towers that he has been doing with even more vigor.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to look strong. Really excited to see what this team can do. Potentially now moving on, they might be able to get that top 6 spot, and they came out. They did not look this good. They had a lot of early losses, and I thought I just overestimated the team because the team had been doing game battles longer. I really thought that was what happened. But right now, they are showing us that they are not a force to be messed with. We're going to see Blackside right now in a little bit of a dangerous situation. It is a 4v1, and he's trying to stay tough here. Is that ultimate going to go off on him? Nope, they managed to time all the damage perfectly, and he is going to go down. Freakster Dave happy to pick up that kill, but we are going to see Poseidon get killed in return.
Oh, Yub's going to whiff on the Chunga ult there, but he's going to hit the 2. And the one is Medusa's going to clean up that kill. T-Small going to come in here now with the Berserker's Barrage, going to pick up that kill. Baz likely in trouble. There's the Mez, but he's actually, the tower is going to knock him out of it. There we go. Talu Assault going to pick that up with Candyman. Mystical Mail actually going to proc on that and secure the kill as we see a tier 2 tower going to go as Bastet moves for the split push on Phoenix.
Man, T-Small looking so scary. He's just managed to do so much work, and looking at his KDA right now, 5-1-9. Very, very effective jungle.
What did Bastet do back camps and retreat?
I'm not really sure. I've disagreed with a few of these moves by Bastet. I don't really know what Failure is up to there. And yeah, we're going to start seeing damage come in on the Titan. Slowly but surely, that's just minions, and we are going to have to see if they got to clean up those minions. They're going to do that right now. It's still taking a little bit of damage, but while they're doing that, we are going to see Aware move right on to the Fire Giant. I'm not sure if they're in a position to take it. I think they might be able to take it in time.
They should have this fairly easily.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're not sending more bodies at this Fire Giant right now. It looked like the other team was further away than they actually realized, and by not just going all in on the Fire Giant, I think they actually opened themselves up to a more dangerous cap of it. And yeah, we're going to see them back off a little bit here. The Chaos Titan taking a considerable amount of damage though right now, already under 80%, and that's just from minions.
What Weir wants to do here is they want to keep them from going back so that the Fire Minions are going to take this Titan and they're going to come out of this unscathed.
Yeah.
Or I should say Phoenix on the left-hand side.
Yeah, right now I definitely think they need to be just pushing these objectives as much as they can. We are going to see respawn on a Phoenix right now. But yeah, here they go. They're going to march in on this tower right now, and they definitely have the bodies to do it. The damage is flowing on in. Apollo is going to come here right now, try to contest it, but no, he gets a little bit scared. But Gunk does manage to pull off a kill on T-Small while we're watching this tower.
And just look at Bastet here. As those minions just move out of range, look for him to hit the arch. And now she's going to move in. She's going to drop her cats, and we're going to see the split push coming out here now. They'll finally get a Phoenix on the side of Onslaught, and this is what they needed to happen. This should have happened a while ago.
Yeah, quite a lot of damage, but Guan Yu's going to try to save this Phoenix. Don't think it's possible at this point. We're just going to see Failure really go all in on it. It does go down, but we might see Candyman be able to take off the kill if he hops up on his horse right now, but we are going to see a beautiful jump by Failure. He waited to make sure he milked the horse out of it, too. Cavalry's not going to be able to keep up with a jump like that. The Cat God's going to manage to sneak away very well here, but oh, we are going to see Black's Eye read that pretty well, but there we go, another jump. Very good disengages by Failure.
Yeah, Failure gonna get out of here. Interesting move for him to dash the opposite way of his team. I guess they really didn't want to get the team fight there. They will get their Phoenix back up, and they will manage to take down the solo lane Phoenix. Not as valuable as the duo. Their duo at 1,000 health, but still, nonetheless, a good pickup on the side of Onslaught.
Yeah, I think the direction of that run kind of had to do with fear there. I think Bastet was just a little scared of dying.
That's possible too. Definitely possible. If they finally get their Phoenix, good call to finally drop back and get that on the split push.
Yeah, we are going to see right now Onslaught trying to clean up these minions, but the Chaos Titan is already at 52%.
Yeah, 52%. Look for a Weir to look for a couple picks here and possibly go in for the win.
Yeah, right now, I mean, if they can manage to get a good team fight in their favor, they could kind of just march through the middle and try to take it down. And I think the best way to kind of bait out that team fight is to go for the Fire Giant. It looks like they will do just that. Kepri poking in a little bit of damage on Apollo, definitely harassing him quite a bit. He doesn't want to dive in right now. Damage is coming in on the Fire Giant right now. It's already below 50%. If we don't see an engagement soon, this Fire Giant may just fall for free. Hades is kind of looking to get in there, but it's too late. The blue team already has the Fire Giant buff. Your whole team has the Fire Giant buff right now, and they are looking to take a kill off of that momentum. Thor putting in an absolutely insane amount of damage, but Yubs manages to finish it off. Looks like Apollo's just going to get up on that chariot and try to run away. Thor goes up, looking to keep the engagement alive, and he hits his target just fine. Beautiful body block there, too. Then a stun, and Black's Eye is going to polish that off nice and easy. It looks like they may march through right now, and they're going to take down these flame minions nice and easy and follow up with the Phoenix.
I thought we were going to see another base race like we saw with Vex against Onslaught at NOLA, but not this time. As we're going to see the Phoenix go down. That is 3 Phoenixes at 1,000 health. They do come back up. Priester with the Pillar of Agony right now, and Candyman taking a lot of damage as T-Small finally goes in with the Berserker's Barrage. There's the heal. Conviction going to come up. Look for Freakster Dave to go down as the stun is hit on Baz as well. T-Small going to pick that up. Look for the dash for the win here now as the Chaos Titan is melting 10% and done.
Yeah, very, very, very well coordinated strike from Aware. They managed to take that game and really just by doing their team fights right, not making any mistakes, take something that like really didn't look like they were going to snowball a lead and turn it into a pretty convincing win.
Aware, I can't help but think that they've gotten enormously stronger with these roster changes that they've made. Cruxy and Yubs bring a lot to the table here. I can't help but think Cruxy, when he's with Team Solo Q captaining that team, they had a great team fight. They never won their lanes, but they had a great team fight. And I'm wondering if that's translated to help Aware a little bit in their transition with new players.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so Aware has just really, they've started to take off. We've really seen them do what they were supposed to do as a team. Can you see them maybe making it into the top 6?
3 weeks ago, I would have said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, Aware for me was a risky pick, because they were so inconsistent, and I said this a lot, and I could never really nail down what it was, and I kind of nailed it down to picks and bans, but they seem to have fixed that. Yeah,
looking really strong. 2 really good comps in both the games tonight. So we're actually going to look at the schedule for the rest of the week really quick right now. I know I haven't even told it to you yet, Ravage, but tomorrow, Wednesday, November 11th, we are actually going to see at 6 o'clock, the first match of the night is going to be XGN versus Juice, and this is, of course, that new XGN squad, which is essentially the Denial PC team, actually entirely the Denial PC team, and we have seen them perform very well. At 7:30, we're going to see there are actually 3 matches, and that comes because of the tournament this weekend. Some of the teams had to reschedule their matches, so they're all going to take place at 7:30. Onslaught, Team Eager, and then the other match is going to be Epsilon versus Juice, and the third match is going to be Elevate versus XGN. So we'll figure out which one we're actually going to stream, but we will record all of those matches and try to get them up on YouTube for you. And if one of them goes really long, we'll just hop over to that. But yeah, looking to Friday, which is going to be the third day this week, 6 o'clock, Elevate versus Epsilon. And there's also another match at 6 o'clock, which is going to be Juice versus Eager. And then 7:30, Juice versus Aware. Juice versus Aware, just to talk about that game really quick. Juice not looking too great on the standings, but that's really because of a lack of games and nothing else. Juice versus Aware, do you think Juice can secure the kill on Aware pretty easily, or do you think Aware might actually be able to give them a little bit of a run for their money now?
It's gonna be iffy. Juice, I don't think I've ever seen Aware take Juice in a game, so it'll be interesting. But I'd never seen. Oh, actually, I had seen Aware take Elevate, just not that roster.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see if they can do it. I'll be very impressed.
Yeah.
A lot of great matches on Wednesday. I don't know how we're gonna pick.
Yeah. There are some good matches on Friday too. It's gonna be tough to pick from them, but then after that, the schedule does get back to normal, which is gonna be nice. Just a little bit of things getting shaken up by this tournament, and in that tournament, of course, Team Eager did win, and they are going to secure the first SWC spot for Xbox, and now we kind of have to see who's going to get the second. Juice definitely up there, and Juice is going to be playing Eager, so I'm excited for that match. That is going to be on Friday as well. But for tonight, Ravage, got to say goodbye to you. I will see you tomorrow.
All right, man. Take it easy. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Hopefully no bathroom breaks tomorrow.
Yeah, oh man, really dropping the ball there. The longest bathroom break ever.
Dropping something.
All right, well, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you again. Yeah, so that's going to be it for me too in the studio. Thank you so much for tuning in. You just saw the schedule. Be sure to check us out tomorrow. But for now, that's it. Good night.